Hey guys, this is Junior with Uclash Gaming. So I had a special request by a guy, Top Dog, out on YouTube. He wanted to see a video to kind of help him out with a Town Hall 13 base setup. And so I've got set up here is what it would be like if it were Town Hall 12, but this is actually Town Hall 14 on this, so it's basically removed 20 wall pieces. So Town Hall 12, this is good. This will farm B, and it'll do pretty good with C, although sometimes the enemy troops will try to penetrate the wall right here in the middle. So the benefit of the Town Hall 13 is you get 10 more pieces, and those pieces slide in nicely right here. So just kind of make sure they're centered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So centered as much as it can be. Pop up here. We're going to move this whole chunk right here. And you can see I've also upgraded those walls to level 10 right there too. But so this is basically what's needed. You can farm C on this. If your heroes get high enough and your hero bases get high enough, you can farm D. It's really hard to farm D with lower level hero bases. So this is a good setup. Now you got to make sure that you have enough room. These buildings right here on the edge are far enough away from the inlet, because what's going to happen, you start farming those higher waves, and whenever they spawn, they've got those big slow guys that target tower first, and they come work their way. They get about right here, right? And your heroes, they're within range of your heroes, so your heroes come out here to fight them. And if the enemy troops make their way destroying these buildings, and let's say they destroy this one, and if your heroes are right here battling those big guys that target the towers, your heroes will be the closest thing to the enemy troops. They'll switch and they'll kill your heroes real quick. So because of that, you got to make sure you leave as much room as you can between the inlet to your base right here, where those big slow guys will head, and your buildings. And that's usually about the only time I ever lose, is because that happens. And you can see my base is not really centered very well on the map. The corners are okay to kind of hug, and that helps your towers to kind of knock down the troops. And again, this is the setup I really like running, is this circle. And what'll happen is, if you, let's say you're running wave C, so on C1 they'll come in, they'll split. Half the group will go top, half the group will go bottom. They'll destroy all these buildings and meet around on the other side, and then they'll funnel in your base. Now, the benefit of this, as opposed to, let's say, bunching up into the corners or just running straight lines on each side, is whenever they split, they always end up making it back around. So it's not going to hurt you if only 1 or 2 archers go one way and all the rest of the troops go the other way, because those other troops will make it all the way around and meet up with archers. So another place where a lot of people lose on Here Be Monsters is their timer runs out, because they'll have a group of buildings here and a group of buildings there or whatever, and they'll end up with like 1 or 2 archers or the pyromancers, and they'll go and they just won't be able to kill the buildings in time. So this pretty much eliminates that from happening. I don't think I've ever lost because of that happening since I've went to the complete circle. And you have to have enough buildings to make this work too. If you're running a well-built Smurf account, it's kind of hard to set this up, because you won't have all the gold mines, you won't have all the mana mills, you won't have all the army camps, etc. So basically this setup as you see it, I'll give you a good shot. It's you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this wall's 8, this wall's 9, this wall could be 8, or they could both be 9 if you had enough. But the way it works out is to use all of your wall pieces. You've got 9 on one side and you've got 8 on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the width on it is 1, 2, and I'm counting the width from here, from this piece right here, not from this piece. The width here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you've got 8, you've got 9, and you've got 16, and you got double walls here, double walls here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces for your double wall there, 5 here, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, 5 here, and you've only got 3 here. If you put 4 here, a lot of times they will try to target to go through the walls. If you have that happen on your bases, if you notice they're trying to go through your walls, a lot of times it'll be because these little legs here are too long, and the little algorithm that the computer uses for the artificial intelligence on the troops, it calculates how much energy it would take to go around the walls versus how much energy it would take to go through the walls, and it typically tries to take the path of least resistance. I don't always agree with the choice it makes, but it is what it is. And I'll tell you, usually whenever I have them try to go through the walls, it'll be because I've got my legs are too long here. Or once you get to like wave C or D or whatever, they get stronger so they can go through the walls quicker. So they'll pass through the walls if you don't have a 3 deep wall, and that's usually only right in the middle. So this is a good death box for Town Hall 13. Again, Town Hall 12, you just take these 5 pieces away on each side. Town Hall 11, you can take some of these side pieces off. Town Hall 10, you can take all the side pieces off, because you're probably only farming wave A or B anyways. This will farm C, and I'll show you guys real quick. We'll farm a C in here. You can see I have done D with this account. I might try D here in a minute. So let's see. I can see right off the bat, you saw the little halo go around the base of this tower, and that was these treant guys targeting that tower. So you can see the beauty of the design with the circle here. You've got part of them going that way, part of them going this way. They'll meet around on the other side, probably around here somewhere. And then they'll probably come in, they'll probably target this cannon tower next and come around the top. Sometimes they'll split, but I don't think they'll split because I'm guessing they'll probably meet up right about here somewhere, because I had more go on the bottom. They got the heroes, 4 of the heroes. So let's see, these are real low level mana mills. I don't even think I've leveled them up. Oh yeah, they're going to meet like right up here somewhere. So then they should target the cannon tower and they'll come through this opening. And the rest of this is pretty much standard death box stuff. So, but this is a good setup for Town Hall 13. It's got great dimensions. It's one I've run on several accounts, and I've tested it quite a bit on this account as well. $900 XP. You can see my heroes are pretty high level too. I should be able to run deep right now, but it's not 100% because my hero bases are still so low. I've been working on nothing but leveling them up the last couple of days. I didn't realize they were so low. They were like level 3 or something. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't beat D with, you know, almost 100 heroes. And it's kind of 3 things. One, it's my bases are too low. Number 2 is I don't have enough DPS heroes. I've got Atlanticor, which is not great for Here Be Monsters. I've got Executioner. He's high single target attack, but he's low speed. And then Paladin's pretty much useless. So, I mean, really my main DPS, which is damage per second, comes from my Druid and my Thunder God. So if I had, I'm saving it for Immortep on this account. If I had Immortep, D would be a piece of cake. You can see C4, they're headed that way, and they're just going to follow the path in. We'll run a wave D next, and we'll see how I do. So my heroes are plenty high enough I should be able to do it, but I just need more DPS. I need larger hero bases. I don't think there is a third. I was thinking the other day I thought I had a third reason why I can't do D, but apparently not. So here's C5. It should be a piece of cake. I mean, my heroes are so overpowered for C at this point. I don't know when the last time I lost C. Usually I run C without the Executioner, just so that the other 4 guys get all the experience. Do you see? It looks like I'm going to beat this before the tower even goes down. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, the tower died. But, piece of cake, all 5 heroes still alive, most buildings intact, and of course I got mana. Let's see, looks like we got a boss fight going. I forgot about that. See if I can hop in still. No, it's already gone. Oh well. So let's try D real quick. Got my 5 heroes out there. I can't wait. I've got 60,000 honor badges saved up, so that's enough to take 2 of these guys. Will be Thunder God and Druid once they hit 100 to take them up to upgrade them. So that'll be great. Really tempted to upgrade Executioner, but I'm gonna save up until I get a Mortep, and I'll replace Executioner with a Mortep, and that'll give me a complete legendary team. I actually have 2 Thunder Gods on this account, but doesn't do me a whole lot of good to have duplicate heroes. So you see here, almost all the troops went to the top, a couple went to the bottom. It looks like that Archer Tower probably took them out. So they're just going to walk through here real easily. And this is D, so the opening wave on D is significantly harder than the opening wave on C, of course. And D is the first Here Be Monsters wave where you get the flying birds, as Destagia calls them, the dirty birds. I just called them the birds, but whatever. Oh, now like this Executioner's about to get targeted. Get! Oh man, I think he was close enough. They're going to target him. Yep, and that was because they had one hero that decided to target this building, and the hero strayed off and went this way, while the rest of them were going that way. And it's kind of what I was talking about with the big defense guys, is that they'll draw your heroes out from your death box, while the rest of the heroes are attacking these other ones. And that's exactly what happened there. You can see he died right there, but the rest of these should be fine. And of course it was Executioner. If it were a Lanacore, he probably would have been fine. He would have popped his shield up and he would have survived. Executioner just dies too quickly. Although he's a decent hero for a blue, he's one of the best. I like him and Panda quite a bit. Cyclops isn't too bad. The Ninja is pretty good, the Ninja Kitty. And I really like the Serpent Queen as well too. So here's D3. I do need to get my Archer Towers up a little bit more. They're around level 5 or 6, I think. I need to get them up to 7, and that helps a lot with Here Be Monsters D as well. Coming around here, what is this, D4? D5 doesn't have any birds, thankfully. And once you get to E, in my opinion, E1 is the hardest round of E, with the exception, of course, of the dinosaur at the end. But E1's pretty tough for E. Thunder God proccing and cleaning some mess up there. So here we're going to D5. We've got most of our base intact. We've lost one hero that's not that useful anyway, so no big loss on him. So, oh good, we came to this side, so that means they're going to target this tower. Go through the chute here in the death box. Thunder God is not ready to proc yet. Druid is not either. So the other two guys, their procs are non-damaging procs. Well, sort of. Execution, or Atlanticore's kind of is a damaging proc, but let's see what happens. Come on, just proc again. Oh man, I was really hoping Thunder God would proc. Oh, but the dinosaur's dead. I may be okay here, because Druid will heal pretty quick whenever they're pounding on him. Thankfully that dinosaur got killed. Yeah, buddy, I made it. Alright, barely. Let me show you that. Let me show you guys that Druid. That Druid is. I like that Druid a lot. He's got 4 or 5 stone skin. That's one of the big reasons why he lived too. Reduced damage take about 20%. So basically, every 5 times he gets hit, one of them doesn't do any damage. So if he's got 5 guys hitting him, essentially it's only like 4 of them are hitting him. So that's basically it, Top Dog. I hope it answered your question as far as a setup for a Town Hall 13 base. There it is right there. See if I zoom out a little bit so you can get a better look of it. That's it right there. It works great. You just saw me beat D with it, and it would have been a lot easier if my hero bases were higher level, because they give a bonus to the defense of your heroes that sit on each base. My heroes are plenty high enough level. I've got my other piece of wall here that I got because I have Town Hall 14. I really don't need those pieces though. What I will do is whenever I add them back, I'll just fill up the corners here, which aren't really needed, and these little side legs. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I only have 10 pieces though, so I'll fill up the corners and then a couple on each of the sides here. But they're not needed for wave D at least. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions or any suggestions, or you want to see any other videos. I can't wait for the new patch to come out. As soon as it comes out, I guarantee you I will be filming a video as soon as I can on the hero trials, and it will all be in English instead of Taiwanese. So you guys like it, give me a subscribe, it really helps a lot. Take it easy.